Hi guys, it's Gray's Princess here again, and it's time for my second video book review. So I hope you watched the first one and enjoyed it, and hopefully you'll enjoy this one too. Now remember, I will try to do my best not to have very many big spoilers in the actual book review, but there will be a bonus video linked in the top left up here that will have it'll be a video directed to people who have read the books or don't mind spoilers, and it will have my thoughts on specific things and will have spoilers. So if you've read the book series, then go ahead and watch that afterward if you want to hear how I feel. Now I'm actually going to review a book series this time, so bear with me. I kind of highly doubt anybody's read it, just because I have never in my entire life, in real life or on the internet, met anyone who has read this book series, except for the person who recommended it to me. So hopefully you will see my review and want to read it and enjoy it, because it is probably my fourth favorite series, and just by a little bit under the top 3. And the series is The Legend of Eli Monpress. It's by Rachel Aaron. There's actually 4 books out in the series right now, and you can buy the first 3 as an omnibus edition like this, or separately, and separately they are called The Spirit Thief, The Spirit Rebellion, and Spirit Eater. And the 4th book is a standalone, and it is The Spirit War. And the 5th book to come out in November will be The Spirit's End, and that will be the last book in the series. For a summary of the series, Eli Monpress is the main character, and the entire series is set in a world where every object has a spirit. Rocks, trees, plants, animals, they all have spirits. And humans can either be born spirit deaf, where they'd be basically like you or me, normal people, or they can be born wizards, in which case they can hear and communicate with the spirit world and sometimes be able to control it or coerce it to work with them, either by being nice and asking for help politely, or by enslavement of the spirits. And Eli is a master thief, the greatest thief in the world. It is his goal in life to have a 1 million council standard gold bounty on his head, and he's well on his way to getting there, actually. He travels with 2 companions. His first companion is Joseph, who is absolutely spirit deaf, and he carries this big, huge sword that no other man can lift, and it weighs him like a mountain's worth of weight. And then his other companion is a girl named Nico, and Nico is possessed by a demon, and that's all I'm going to say on that. And Eli is not only the greatest thief in the world, he also has one of the strongest spirit connection gifts there is in the world. And he can persuade the spirits to do whatever he wants with just a few words. And so the books center around him and his companions, as well as another wizard named Miranda, who is actually out to stop Eli. Now, my one strong thought on the series is that it is really, really good. Like I said, it is my 4th favorite series. But I really think the author would go so much further with recognition and just everything if she would switch to a different publisher and switch to a different editor. And the first time I read the books, it was in the individual books instead of the omnibus, and there were typos everywhere. They were, I counted multiple typos in a chapter. There was a case where she called one of the characters by a different character's name, and it was just kind of a mess. And for me, that's something that really detracts from an experience, and that was really sad because these books are really well written, other than that. And this omnibus edition is a lot better, but there are still typos. And the publisher is Orbit, and I've never even heard of Orbit, and last I checked they didn't have a Wikipedia listing, so it's just not much publicity. Most of her publicity is done on her own website by herself, so she's really hard to find. I did get the books at Barnes & Noble, so she is out there, but it's not big and huge like she could be, and I really think she'd go far with a different publisher, which may not be something she can have happened for herself, but that's just my opinion. I find the books to be, like I said, very well written. The story is very original. It is, there's a deep environment. There's twists and turns everywhere. I've actually, I'm pretty sure on Hello World I reviewed the first one separately, but this is just my view on the whole series. She's very good at not having all the big, exciting, shocking spoiler things all at the end. They're kind of spread out throughout the book, and I like that. And her characters are very original and deep, and her story is it's very clear reading them that she's had the entire series planned out from the beginning, and each little thing is like a puzzle piece that will fit into place as you keep reading. And it's one of those series that I really think you need to read more than once to get all that sense of everything. And so I really do recommend it, and there's not really a huge amount more to say that I can't say, or that I can say without giving spoilers. But yeah, they're really good, and I really love them, and I hope my review persuades you to read them, even though there will be a few typos when you read them. So that's about all I have to say. If you have read the series by chance, or if you come back to this after you've read the series, click in the annotation in the top right up here, and it will take you to the bonus video. Spoiler warning still applies. And you can hear some of my more direct thoughts. That's all I have to say. Hope you'll watch my future videos, and thank you for watching.